Hi, grade 6. I'm here today to explain how we are going to play the predator and prey game. So, each student is going to get a different colored penny. The green pennies are for primary consumers. The orange pennies are for secondary consumers. The red pennies are for tertiary consumers. And lastly, the yellow pennies are for apex predators. The goal of this game is pretty simple. You're trying to stay alive. So you need food and water. If you are a primary consumer, you will be just eating grass, but drinking water as well. Secondary consumers, they can eat the primary consumers as well as drink water. Tertiary consumers can eat primary and secondary consumers and drink water. And lastly, the apex predators, they can eat anybody and drink their water. Each student is going to be given a life tag to carry around. This will be a piece of paper with little tear-off strips. If you get tagged or eaten, then you will need to tear off a strip and give it to the person who tagged you. Food and water can be found by looking for little pieces of felt that are tied around trees and poles on the CIS campus. When you find one, you will only take one and continue searching. Your teachers will also be playing this game in a role called Human Impact. They will be running around and throwing beanie bags at all of the different animals. If you get hit, you will close your eyes and point on their Human Impact card. You might lose a life or you might gain a life. Some general rules to keep in mind. You can only tag a person once because in the real world, you can't eat an animal, throw it up, and then eat it again. It just does not work that way. Another thing to keep in mind is that even apex predators need water. So no matter what, you still need to look for those few pieces of felt. Last but not least, you can only hang out with people who are on the same level of the food chain. Primary consumers like ladybugs aren't going to be hanging out with the mice, the secondary consumers that eat them.